Good morning, class. We are learning chapter number 2, nutrition in animal. So topic for today is digestion in grass-eating animal and feeding and digestion in amoeba. So till now we have discussed about digestion in human being. So today we will discuss about digestion in grass-eating animal. And what are grass-eating animal? Grass-eating animal are like cow, buffalo. So these are the grass-eating animal. So we will learn about how the digestion take place in grass-eating animal and amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organism. It is made up of single cell. So we will also learn how digestion take place in amoeba and what kind of feeding is there. So first of all, I am repeating the previous lecture. So what we have discussed till now, I will explain with the help of the diagram. Again, the same diagram of human digestive system, it is very important. So with the help of this diagram, I will explain the whole digestive system in human being. So we are having a buccal cavity, then stomach, esophagus, and then stomach, then small intestine, large intestine, and anus. And the associative glands are salivary gland, liver, and pancreas. So we have discussed about the function of salivary gland, liver, and pancreas, and how the digestion take place inside stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. So this is the topic which we have discussed in the previous lecture. So open page number 17 of your book. Let's start the today's topic. Digestion in grass eating animal. So have you observed cow, buffaloes, and the other grass eating animal chewing continuously even when they are not eating? So you have observed many times that the grass eating animal continuously eating for several hours, even they are not eating anything. Actually, they quickly swallow the grass and store in a part of the stomach called rumen. So look at the diagram of digestive system of ruminant. In a ruminant, the stomach is divided into 4 parts. It is a 4-chambered stomach. But in human being, the stomach is having only one chamber, only one part. So look at the diagram. Esophagus means food pipe. Then there is rumen, stomach. Stomach is divided into 4 parts. You can clearly see with the help of diagram. And one part is known as rumen. Then there is a small intestine and cecum and large intestine. But in human digestive system or in human stomach, there is no rumen and no cecum. These are the different part which are the main part of digestive system of ruminant. So let's start. They quickly swallow the grass and stored in a part of the stomach called rumen. They quickly swallow. Here the food gets partially digested. The part of the stomach called rumen temporarily stored the partially digested food. And that partially digested food is known as curd. Partially digested food is known as curd. But later the curd returned to the mouth in a small lump and animal chewed it. So what happened? They eat any type of food, they eat grass and quickly swallow it. And that will stored in a rumen. Here in rumen, that grass will partially digest. And that partially digested food is known as curd. Later on, that curd will return to the mouth. This process will not happen in case of human being. In case of human being, we swallow the food and it will not return to the mouth. We swallow the food, it will digest it in the stomach, then it goes to the small intestine, large intestine, and so on. We have discussed, we have learned like this in case of human being. But in case of rumen, means grass eating animal, the process is different. They quickly swallow the grass. That grass is stored in rumen. Here in rumen, what will happen? That grass will partially digest, and that partially digested food is known as curd. After some time, that curd will return to the mouth. Return to the mouth in small lumps, meaning small parts. And animal like cow and buffalo or any grass-eating animal will chewed it again. This process is called rumination. This process is called rumination, and these animals are called ruminant because they are having a rumen. Part of the stomach is having rumen, where they can store temporarily store partial digested food. That is why they are known as ruminant, and this process is known as rumination. So this is the basic difference between human digestive system and digestive system of ruminant. The grass is rich in a cellulose. The grass is having a cellulose, and cellulose is a type of carbohydrate. Like we have discussed about starch and sugar. What are starch and sugar? Starch and sugar are also carbohydrate, and cellulose is also a carbohydrate. But cellulose is mainly found in grass and plants. A type of carbohydrate. Cellulose type of carbohydrate. In ruminant like cattle, deer, etc., bacteria present in rumen help in digestion of cellulose. Help in digestion of cellulose. So all the ruminant means grass-eating animal having a special type of bacteria in their rumen which can digest this cellulose. Is there any bacteria in our body or in human body which can digest cellulose? No. There is not any such type of bacteria inside our body or inside human body which can digest cellulose. So here is one important question. The question is, can human being digest cellulose? Can we people digest cellulose? So the answer is no. And what is the reason? No, we cannot digest cellulose because in our body there is no cellulose digesting bacteria. That bacteria is present only inside the body of ruminant, grass-eating animal. But we are not grass-eating animal, so our body does not having such type of bacteria which can digest the cellulose. So our body cannot digest cellulose. So many animal, including humans, cannot digest cellulose. Many animal, including human, cannot digest cellulose. Animal like horses, rabbit, etc., have a large sac-like structure called cecum between esophagus and small intestine. Means there is a part, bag-like structure in between esophagus, food pipe, and small intestine. In between the food pipe and small intestine, there is a bag-like structure, and that bag-like structure is known as cecum. So you can see with the help of diagram cecum. So here is a cecum in between the esophagus and large intestine. Cecum. Animal like horse, rabbit, etc. have a large sac-like structure called cecum between esophagus and small intestine. The cellulose of the food is digested here by the action of certain bacteria which are not present in humans. That is the reason we cannot digest cellulose, because we are not having bacteria which can digest cellulose. We are not having cellulose digesting bacteria. So where the digestion of cellulose take place? Inside the cecum. And what is cecum? It is a sac-like structure. It is a bag-like structure which is present in between esophagus and small intestine. And what will happen there? The cellulose will digest, because inside the cecum there is a bacteria which play an important role in digestion of cellulose. So with the help of that bacteria which is present in cecum, grass eating animal can digest cellulose. But we people, we human, are not having such type of bacteria which can digest cellulose. That is why we cannot digest cellulose. So far you have learnt about the animal which possess digestive system like human being, but there are many small organisms which do not have a mouth. There are so many organisms which are not having mouth and a digestive system, and they also not having a well-defined digestive system. So how they acquire their food, how they digest food, this is the question. How they acquire food and digest food. In the section below, you will learn another interesting way of food intake, and that topic is feeding and digestion in amoeba. So before going to the next topic, I'm again repeating the process of digestion in ruminant. So now I'm explaining this with the help of this diagram. So what is the digestion process inside a ruminant? So look at the diagram of digestive system of ruminant carefully. So first, grass eating animal will eat grass and quickly swallow it, and it will store in rumen, and rumen is a part of stomach. Here that grass will partially digest, means half digestion will be there, not fully digestion, half digestion will be there, and that partially digested, half digested grass is known as curd. It becomes curd. That curd will returns to the mouth of grass eating animal. This process is known as rumination, and these animals are known as ruminant. Because the grass is rich in cellulose, and cellulose is a carbohydrate. That cellulose containing food will store in cecum. And what is a cecum? It is a bag-like structure. You can see in the diagram, cecum, it is a bag-like structure in between esophagus and small intestine. Here, that cellulose containing food will digest with the help of a certain bacteria which can digest the cellulose. So this process is take place inside the grass eating animals. So this is the basic difference between digestive system of human and ruminant. Now we will discuss about feeding and digestion in amoeba. First of all, what is amoeba? As many of the students know that amoeba is a single cell animal, single cell organism, the organism which is made up of one cell only. We people and the animal, many of the animal are made up of million and trillion of the cell joined together. So we are the multicellular organism, and many of the animal and birds we are watching that they are multicellular organism. They are having million and trillion of cells. And what is cell? As we have discussed in the previous chapter, in chapter first, that cell is the basic living units of all organism. All organisms are made of tiny basic units, and that tiny basic units are known as cell. And we also discussed about the cell structure. Outer boundary of the cell is known as cell membrane. Inside the cell, the central part is known as a nucleus, and in between nucleus, the cell membrane, there is a jelly-like substance known as cytoplasm. So this topic we have discussed in a section of cell. So cell. Now we will discuss about amoeba. And what is amoeba? It is also a living organism, but it is made up of a single cell only. It is an unicellular organism. Amoeba is a microscopic single-celled organism found in pond water. Pond water, inside the pond water will get amoeba, and it is a microscopic. We are saying microscopic because it can be seen only with the help of microscope. Without microscope, we cannot see amoeba because it is very tiny, very, very small, even so small that we cannot see with a naked eye. We'll take the help of microscope. It is a single cell organism. Amoeba has cell membrane, rounded, dense nucleus, and many small bubble-like vacuoles. So as we all know that every cell having outer boundary, cell membrane, and in between round or spherical structure, nucleus, and there is a jelly-like substance known as cytoplasm. And in amoeba, there are some hole-like structure. So you can see with the help of diagram that the outer boundary is the cell membrane. In the central here, you can see the brown colored central part is the nucleus. And there are some blue color patches are there. These are food vacuole, means empty spaces are there. That empty spaces are known as food vacuole. So these are the part of amoeba. Amoeba has a cell membrane, rounded dense nucleus, and many small bubble-like vacuoles in its cytoplasm. In its cytoplasm. Amoeba constantly change its shape and position. It is not having a fixed shape. It continuously changes its shape. It pushes out one or more finger-like projection called pseudopodia or false pit for movement and capture of food. So it is having a finger-like structure. With the help of that finger-like structure or false pit, it can move here and there and can capture its food, can capture its food. And that finger-like projection is known as pseudopodia. Pay attention to the pronunciation. P is silent, pseudopodia. It is pseudopodia. The question can be like this: what is pseudopodia? The false pit or finger-like projection in the amoeba are known as pseudopodia. And with the help of this false pit, amoeba can capture its food. So what will happen? Amoeba will capture its food with the help of finger-like projection pseudopodia, and that taking the food inside the body is known as ingestion, and that food will goes inside the cytoplasm. And amoeba is having some digestive juices because it is a single cell organism. There is no organ, there is no digestive system, no small intestine, no large intestine, no mouth is there. There is no well-defined digestive system. Then how will digestion take place? So what will happen? Amoeba will capture the food particle, means this process is known as ingestion. It will engulf that particle inside their body, and there are some digestive juices. That digestive juices or digestive enzyme will digest that food particle and take nutrient from them, and the undigested food is removed from the body of amoeba through the vacuole. Vacuoles are empty spaces. They will collect the undigested food, and the waste food will removed out of the body of amoeba from the vacuoles. So this is the process of digestion and feeding in amoeba. Amoeba feed on some microscopic organism because it is itself a microscopic organism. The food particle will also be microscopic. When it senses food, it pushes out pseudopodia around the food particle and engulf it. It will increase their finger-like structure and put their finger-like structure around the food particle and engulf it. The food becomes trapped in a food vacuole. Food is trapped in between food vacuole. Digestive juices are secreted into the food vacuoles. So all the process will take place in the food vacuole. The food digestive juices will produce inside the food vacuole. They act on the food and break it down into simpler substance. Mean the process of digestion will further take place inside the food vacuole. Gradually, the digested food is absorbed. The food which is digested will be absorbed by amoeba. The absorbed substance are used for growth, maintenance, and the multiplication. Means for their reproduction or for their proper growth, they will use that substances, that nutrients. The undigested residue of the food is expelled out by vacuole. So here we can see clearly that when amoeba engulf the food, it will reaches to the vacuoles, and inside the vacuole there will be a production of digestive juices. That digestive juice will digest the food particle, and the remaining waste means the undigested residue means the waste which is left will removed, will expelled out, will removed out through the vacuoles. The whole process will take inside the vacuole. The basic process of digestion of food and release of energy is the same in all animals. So what we have learned till now, that the basic process of digestion of food and release energy is the same in all animal, whether they are grass eating animal, whether they are human being, or they are single cell structure like amoeba. All the animal, whether they are microscopic or single cell or multicellular, they all take food and take energy from that and remove the waste product out of their body. This basic process is same, but because they are having different digestive system, so the process of digestion is different in different organisms. So in a later chapter, you will learn about the transport of the food absorbed by intestine to the various part of the body. In the incoming chapter, like transpiration and transportation of food, we will discuss about some more interesting fact about the digestion. But here in this chapter, what we have learned till now, the process of digestion in human being, we have learned about this. Then we have learned about process of digestion in ruminant, and we have also learned about the process of digestion in amoeba. So these are the topic which we have discussed till now. So hope you got this explanation. If you are having any doubt, any difficulty, you may ask your question one by one, and you have to learn all these topic, all these important terms, and have to draw the diagram 2.9 and 2.10 in your practice notebook. First, do the practice of these diagram. After that, you will draw these diagram in your fair notebook. So now it's your turn. You may ask your question one by one if you are having any difficulty. Yes, Akash sir, allow the student so that they can ask their question. Akash sir, unmute